Hello, anyone? Mr. Skysen here, and I've been doing YouTube for 7 years now. 7 long years. Unless for me, then it's felt like 7 months. I have a completely skewed perception of time. I think it's time for a face reveal. Those are still a thing, right? Face reveals? People, for whatever reason, seem unusually drawn to faces. Can't get enough of them. Doesn't matter what your content is, so long as there's a face to look at. Not showing a face? Well, people don't watch. Barely give you the time of day. Making thumbnails? Gotta have a face there. Especially making that one expression. You know the one, you've seen it. Heck, the algorithm on YouTube is even built to detect faces. How wild is that? And a little bit creepy, to be honest. Doing live streams? Definitely need a face. Heck, some people even take up most of the screen and put the game where the webcam should be. It's crazy, and I don't get the appeal, but hey, give the people what they want, am I right? Faces for the masses. I mean, I've multiple times had people asking me things like, "Hey, Skysen, what do you look like? Hey, Skysen, when will you get a webcam?" Which I actually have one and use it during streams, so you can stop asking that one. "Hey, Skysen, why won't you show yourself? Hey, Skysen, will you stop kicking me in the mouth?" And, stuff like that, the usual. As if a face defines a person. Is it the eyebrows? The mouth bones? Can't be expressions, because I've seen people with deadpan expressions get good crowds. Faces. I just don't get it. Like, humans are social creatures, so I get that part even if I don't get humans themselves. They like the social aspect of things. They like to feel like a part of something, or in with a crowd, or like they're being addressed personally. It makes me feel special. They said, "Hey, you." But that can be handled by a disembodied voice, right? No form needed with it. So why so much fuss over a face on a screen? What's the psychology behind it? I ask that, but there's probably loads of videos out there talking about it on YouTube. And it's funny because if it's a fake face, then it's conditional. Use a cutesy avatar or a fancy custom rig. People will dig it and they'll want to come watch the moving pictures. "Oh my gosh, you're a little talking anime girl. I love it. It's adorable." Get a little bit too into Uncanny Valley? Aside from those watching out of morbid curiosity, you're probably going to get tumbleweeds. So it has to be the right face, which is weird. People will watch anything with a face, but it still has to be the right face. Not even a pretty face, just the right face. Pretty faces will naturally get attention, but when you have the right face, you get more attention. It's kind of like the cool factor. You have it, whatever it is. It's usually an undefinable thing, but people have it, and somehow others know it and gravitate toward that. Even if they have plain looks, they still have it, and people show up to stare at them. Then, of course, obviously, if they're hot and have it, they'll get loads of people watching by default, even if the content is a dead fish. Why? Because people love faces. Even if they're spouting nonsense. Sometimes especially because they're spouting nonsense, if that nonsense aligns with their beliefs. But enough about politics. Of course, that's just on the surface. Like I said, there are likely loads of videos on the subject as to why people obsess over faces. So, hey, viewer, why do you like faces? Do you actually feel like the person is keeping you company? Is it the filters they use? Do they look fancy and shiny? Does that draw your attention? I mean, I do like shiny things. Some people can do some really nice editing jobs, and that can be a lot of fun to watch. But, what's your take on the faces specifically? I'm genuinely curious. Let me know in the comments. And now I'm thinking back on the avatars thing, and you know what would be hilarious? Taking a model from PS1, PS2 era game, and rigging it to work as an avatar, low poly and all. And now I'm currently imagining someone using a Morrowind character, and I would not be opposed to the idea. It would be hilarious. But I think it could actually work. I should write that down. Not for myself, because I don't know how I would rig that, but it could be a funny idea to spread around and see if anybody does it. Don't think I've seen that before. Or maybe I've just got a weird sense of humor. Well, that much goes without saying. Have you seen my content? Actually, have you seen it? My analytics are basically dead. It no longer tells me who watches my stuff, from where, and barely tells me how long. I think I average about 1 to 2 minutes. Anyway, what was I talking about again? Went off on a bit of a tangent there and lost track. Something about avatars, humans being weird, nothing new there. No. I can't seem to remember what I was on about. Well, at least I got to ramble for a few, so that was kind of fun. I don't often do that on the channel, usually it's just games. Of course, that's fun too. But hey, I hope you enjoyed this random video with me babbling on like an idiot. Sometimes a random video of just babbling on can be fun. I'll see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.